Good morning, everyone. My name is Princess Efterando, and I'll be talking about 21st century teaching approaches. So, when you hear about 21st century teaching approaches, what comes in your mind? Give me one word that comes into your mind. So, it could be these words: approach, method, technique. So, let's talk first about these three words that comes in your mind when you hear the word 21st century teaching approaches. So let's talk first about approach. So what can you see in the picture? Describe the picture. Okay, so as you can see, the red suited guy, or the guy who's wearing red, is trying to come near to the guy who wears green. So like teaching language, as a teacher, you will be the one who will introduce the target language. So you will be the one who will approach the student to learn the language. And approach is going near or come near to someone to say or to tell something about a language because we're teaching a language. So the second one is method. So what is method? So method is a list of procedures that the teacher should follow because that method or procedures will serve as their guide inside the classroom in teaching the language. So the last one is technique. So what is technique? So in teaching a language, you need, as a teacher, you need technique or strategies. It is a classroom device or activities. So as a teacher, when doing the activity, you need to be creative because you will also get the interest of your students. You will need to get their attention because if they don't have attention, then they're not interested with your activity. So you need to be creative. You need also to know your audience for them or for you to be able to teach the target language. So you need to have an engaging activities for them, for your students, so that they can learn, they can enjoy while learning. So according to my research, we have five prominent language teaching approaches. So the first one is communicative language teaching. Second one is task-based learning. Third is project-based learning. Fourth is cooperative learning. And lastly, learner-centered approach. So now, let's talk first about communicative language teaching. So what is communicative language teaching? So the goal of communicative language teaching is a learner ability to communicate in the target language. So the content of language course will include semantic notion and social functions, not just in linguistic structure. So in communicative language teaching, the language teaching focuses on communication, not in grammar. So yun lang talaga ang focus ni communicative language teaching. It focuses on communication rather than grammar. So it doesn't matter with the grammar, but as long as the learner, can communicate to others. Here are the best example of communicative language teaching: the interaction or real life situations like sa bahay, how you communicate with your parents, with your peers, with your schoolmates, with your teachers. So it's mostly on communication or conversation with your the discourse happening between you and the other people. So So let's proceed to the second one, task-based learning. So in here, learning language through doing tasks that require practical application in context. So here, this is where the students actively engage in meaningful tasks using target language to complete them. Like for example, as a teacher, your goal is for them to learn how to write poem, how to do poster and newsletter. So, like for example, your target language is English. So, in writing a poem, they need to use English language because in task-based learning, they need to have a meaningful task by using the target language. So, yun yung point or goal ng task-based learning. They need to have an engaging activity while using the language itself. So let's proceed to the third one, the project-based learning. So in here, students are actively engaged in creating projects that require them to utilize the target language in meaningful way to solve the real-world problems. And this also applic the theory of John Dewey, the learning by doing is applicable in this approach, project-based learning, because students are allowed to engage or to actively engage in creating projects. And the best example of this one is the best example of this project-based learning is research and thesis. Because as we all know, research and thesis starts with the problem. So while students are actively engaging in this project, they're also exploring, and while exploring, they are dealing in real life problems. So this is the best example of project based learning. So here in cooperative learning, students are allowed to work together in small groups to achieve a common goal. So actively engaging in communication and supporting each other's learning often utilize strategies like pair work, group discussion, and shared responsibility and understanding. So the best example of this one is the think, pair, and share, where students cooperate with their teammates or their classmates to have an idea, because in here the role of the teacher is to facilitate, because in learning in learning the language, they can get an idea to their peers too, to their classmates too, not only with the teachers, because yung classmate man nila ang lagi nilang nakakasama, they can have a cooperative learning by talking, by conversing, or by discourse sa mga kaklase nila. So, it's also nice approach the to learn the target language. So lastly, the learner-centered approach. So in here, in this approach, from the word learner-centered. So you, as a teacher, you will not focus on yourself. Hindi sa nalalaman mo, kundi sa nalalaman ng estudyante mo. What your student knows, what your student needs, and what your students' interest, for them to be for your activity to be more engageful for them, for your student, because in here learner-centered approach, your as a teacher, your role is to facilitate and guide the student to their learning process process rather than solely delivering information through lectures. So in here, you need to know your target audience, because if hindi mo kilala yung student mo, hindi mo kilala yung student mo, hindi ka din nila kilala. And they are not paying attention to what you are saying because they're not interested with your topic kasi yun nga, hindi sila interesado sa topic mo kasi you don't know what are their needs. So you need to know your students. In learner-centered approach, because it is focuses on on your students' interest and your students' needs. You are allowing your student to solve problems, answer questions, formulate questions of their own, discuss, explain, debate, or brainstorm during class. So, as a teacher, you also need to give freedom to your learners to speak up during your class discussion. Kasi may mga ideas yung mga student mo. So, you need to give chance to them para for you to also know kung naintindihan ba talaga nila yung sinasabi mo dyan sa harapan. So we're done with the approaches. So now let's proceed to the advantages and disadvantages of learning a language. So the first advantage is making connections because you can communicate to other people and to the other culture. So while you're learning a language, you're allowing yourself to build relationships to other culture or to other people. Like for example, your target language is English and you will be going to other countries. You're from Philippines and you're going to other countries. So English, as we all know, English is a universal language where other people can also speak and can understand English, especially the Chinese people, the Japanese people, the Korean, the Arab. So you can build relationship and you can communicate with them if you want to learn the language. And the second one is the disadvantage. One of the disadvantage of learning a language is the losing cultural identity, because as we all know, language is the primary carrier of cultural values. So if you are fluently expressing yourself in different way from other cultures, so parang makakalimutan natin na, ay, hindi pala ako ganito. Parang you will be more comfortable in expressing your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings in different way, not like the way you used to it. So the second one, the advantage is boosting creativity, because if you can expose your ideas from another culture, so you can also find new ways to express yourself or to express your ideas. So it's also good for your brain. So, but the second disadvantage is taking up your time, because while learning the language, you need to also memorize new vocabularies and you need to practice your pronunciation, because, like, for example, the word better, and then you will pronounce it as bitter. So, there is a different meaning for it. So you need to practice pronunciation. So it will take your time, because learning language is not just a snap. So kailangan mo siyang pag-isipan, kailangan mo siyang paghandaan, kailangan mo siya ng readiness of yourself. And lastly, the third advantage of learning a language is supercharging your brain, because it will make your brain more flexible and adaptable to change. Thank you, Lord. Naman na. So let's talk about the teacher's role in teaching the language approach. So the only role of teachers is to facilitate. So what is facilitator means? So facilitator is you need to monitor, to guide, and provide a healthy environment or friendly environment to your student that if they have questions, if they have confusions, they will be able to ask to you directly without hesitation. So you will also need to design and implement rules for your student who are willing to learn the target language. So your role is to as facilitator, not a not in a traditional way of teaching na ikaw lang mag-discuss ka lang diyan. Hindi po gano'n. In here, teaching language is facilitator. You will allow your student to explore by themselves. Hoy, hapit na ko. Thank you, Lord. So that will be the end of my presentation. I hope you've learned something about the 21st century language teaching approaches and the advantages and disadvantages and what's the role of the teacher inside the classroom. And if you want to check the references, so here are some of my references. You can check it out. Thank you and God bless.